I couldn't teach 10 people 120 lessons. That's not how life worked out for me, right? The way I look, who I am, right? And where I've put myself in terms of the head of classrooms, right? The way it was for me to teach, it was teach 500 kids 5 lessons, right? Or teach 2,000 kids 1 lesson, right? And you know how hard it is to talk to a teenager and tell them, point them things in the world to show them who they are, and it goes against everything that they've ever been taught by everybody they love. Alberto says, Mr. Livernoche, well, Adam and Eve were white, right? Because that's how he was raised. And he was also raised to think that God has got him, right? The mystery God has got him. So no matter what he fucks up, right? As long as he believes, he's gonna be okay, right? You give them the tools. It's a 2-pronged discovery to find out who the original man is and why that matters, right? And first you got to get rid of who is that mystery God, right? Who is that mystery God? You send them teach them to think critically, and you send them to the library, show them proof, take them out and see how fast they can get that car on the highway and how quickly they're going to discover that there were Caucasians that were writing about this over 100 years ago, right? With letters at the end of their name, right? They knew the whole time, right? They didn't even say it wasn't true. In the moment of discovery, when you see in a kid's eyes, when he locks in that piece of truth, and you know, not something that's imagined or requires faith, but that piece of truth fits in like a puzzle and connects all the strife and all the confusion that they've ever been having, right? You know, and it just, you see that click, right? That's something that I get hungry for. Knowledge is not reading on the internet or watching a video or responding to somebody with something you cut from the internet, Wikipedia, or some other source, right? Knowledge has to live with you, right? You have to walk around with it every day and experience life and cross-check it to make sure that it's right and exact, because the new religion has landed upon us, right? It's come to a point now where you have to jump through hoops just to land any accomplishments at all, right? And it has to be obvious. I mean, you know, it has to be obvious that when a Supreme Court nominee, you know, won't, you know, say what a woman is, you know, in the balance of everything else, that there's a hoop that has to be jumped through, right? There's a there's a lock that's got to be put on your lips. You know, even if the truth is right in front of you, right? You can't say it, right? Not on their clock, not on their time, not on their team, not with their benefit, not with their push, not with their permission, not with their approval, not with their appraisal. And that new religion, right, is more dangerous in my mind than anything that's come before it. Because now not only you tamper with somebody psychologically, right, but you're tampering with people physically, right? I've met more kids that want to switch their gender, right, in the last 5 years than I met in all the previous years of my life as a teacher and as a barber, right, which I'd come in contact with a lot of kids too, right? So that tells me that something is changing, right? And the influences that are at play, right, are become stronger and stronger to the point where you can't just kind of politely nod and look the other way, right? You can't do that anymore. You got to choose a side. For being outspoken about this, you know, people want to come in and threaten my business, right, and spread false stories, you know, in an unblemished family institution, right, to come after me personally because I won't agree that it's okay to sit down a 5 or a 6 or a 7-year-old in their formative years and talk to them about sexual stuff. Because to me, that's always going to be pervy. What the hell do you want my child's ear for to talk about you? If I'm able to properly wisdom what I've made born, right? If I'm able to wisdom and show them what I've been able to develop over the years and bring to a state of completion, if I can show them that and they do the knowledge to my knowledge, that's what borns wisdom when it's drawn up to its highest. So I put up bigfieldsacademy.com to assist anything that I can add on to other parents that are fleeing from what they're seeing happen in the public school system. You know, that's bigfieldsacademy.com. It'll always be a free resource because I'm going to be doing the work anyway for my kids and some of the other parents and children that I'm working with. So now it's something that's out there for the public, and it's something I put a little bit of work into every single day to kind of add on and at least meet some people halfway that are starving for other resources, because the last thing that we want is for our kids to fall behind as we become more and more verklempt and untrusting of the school system, which is constantly changing and is gravitating more and more and more to special interests that might not, you know, gel with every single other culture, you know, that exists within their school system. And so with that, You know, I want to say peace to everybody who's been following, you know, my educational efforts, the music, the video games, any of the things that I've been involved in and showing support now and over the years, because I certainly appreciate. You know, thank you for tuning in. I'll be back whenever I can. Visit me on bigfieldsacademy.com. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.